let's tell you that on Saturday, the nation will be watching, and those who will be watching on the sideline might include those who are not in Bagos, Kogi, and Imo State, where the elections may not be happening. But how far is the preparations of INEC, especially on the fact that 2023 elections were conducted, and now we're getting some reactions on the level of preparations of the electoral umpire, where things are at right now. A few controversies here and there, and the issues that INEC needs to clarify to douse a few of the tension and what the expectations of Nigerians are on this process. Tonight, I'm being joined on the program by the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Mr. Rotimi Oyekomi, who will be speaking to us on the preparation and the level of readiness of the electoral umpire in this exercise. All right, then Rotimi will be joining us just in a moment. Let's switch to our second issues on the program tonight. Let's be speaking with Honorable Dachung Bagos, who is now a former member of the House of Representatives from Plateau State. Thank you so much, Honorable, for joining us.
Thank you, Sheun.
Yeah. Honorable Bagos lost his appeal at the Court of Appeal yesterday, as well as Senator, and well, now he will now be Senator designate, the Minister of Labor, and the former governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, who won at the Court of Appeal, who is now unseating a PDP senator in Plateau State. But there seems to be some reactions on the street, protests, bonfires on the streets of Plateau State, raising the political tension ahead of some of the other undecided cases in the state. Let's speak now with Honorable Dachung Bagos. Honorable, you lost your case yesterday, so you are now a former member of the House. That's the case, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was court-martialed yesterday. Let me put it that way, because...
court-martial?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a member of the military?
I'm not a member, but what happened was like a military coup that happened on the Plateau yesterday. You know, from the reaction that you have just seen on the streets, sacking 7 National Assembly members through the court.
And all of them are from the PDP?
And all of them from the PDP. These are people that none of us won our election with a different margin with our various opponents with less than 60,000. The difference between me and the first runner-up was 60-something thousand. The senator that the former governor changed, almost 60,000, and none of us. So that's the real, because as the representative of the people, definitely you will get that kind of reaction from the people when they know very well that there's an act of injustice against them. So issues that has happened, sacking the 7 National Assembly members, 2 senators, 2 senators, 5 House of Representative members, it's shocking that I can tell you at the moment we have lost like 4 people. Lost, yes.
People dead?
Yes, people died.
On the Plateau?
Yes, because of the shock of what has happened. A woman was holding a baby, and when she heard what happened, she slumped, rushed to the hospital, died. Many had BP, died in those. As of today, 4 count of people that
so
died.
It's a shock on the side of the PDP.
On the side of the...
But
not just... You
won the election, you were declared winner at the poll, but you won at the tribunal. I mean, you lost at the tribunal,
yes,
and you lost again at the appeal.
So issues...
And not this time around, you lost to a Labour Party candidate.
And even, not just me.
Is that right?
Exactly.
You lost to a Labour Party candidate.
I lost at the tribunal. and again at the appeal. But out of 7 of us, some won at the tribunal and lost at the appeal. Because the tribunal we had on the Plateau, we had 3 panels on the Plateau. 2 panels cleared all the PDP members, including the governor. 1 panel did not clear 4 of the PDP members, which me and 1 senator and other of my colleagues. So coming to appeal now, because we appeal, they appeal. Coming to appeal, issues that the appeal court now held to nullify the election of the National Assembly members, it is unassuming. It's something that, where is the law? It's something that we now are thinking, then where is the hope of the common man? Out of all the elections, calculating the entire total number of votes of all of us is over 400,000. I alone got 95,000. So looking at all this, it's something that you now start asking, where is the hope of the common man? Because as a lawmaker, let me tell you something here, Shehu, that as lawmakers, we know the law very well, and we will not be able to allow ourselves to contravene the law. I can clearly tell, if I know that I contravene the law, I will not even bother to go to defend any of my cases, because I know that I've contravened the law. But the laws are there. Looking at what are even the issues from the first instance that led to the tribunal and appeal court nullifying the election, some elections, is that it's purely a pre-election matter. And in reading out the judgment, the judges now said that it can be pre-election and post-election matter. They agreed to the fact that it's a pre-election matter. And again, bringing out some laws from where we don't know, which I was part of those that clearly made the 2022 Electoral Act in the 9th Assembly. Section 65 of the Electoral Act clearly said for National Assembly members, clearly stated that you cannot disqualify anybody in terms of an issue of pre-election matter by another party, unless it's someone from the same party.
The grounds of the appeal were, I mean, the court nullified your election at the trial court based on the invalid nomination.
Invalid nomination. That PDP had no structure. And again, okay, it will interest you now,
let me ask you then. These are all the National Assembly cases that are up for contest in Plateau State, right?
Yes, all.
So now you're expecting a judgment
for House of Assembly,
for the House of Assembly and the governorship. So this is a similar case. Similar cases in all of it,
they all have the ground one.
Governor Mutfuwang.
For the governor and the 16 House of Assembly, we have 24 House of Assembly members, 16 House of Assembly. So now we have had judicial cleansing, clearing PDP in the National Assembly. All known now at the national, as it stands at the National Assembly, no PDP member. So now they are now going for the House of Assembly.
So out of the 3 senators, you've lost 2?
Yeah, out of the 3 senators, initially we won 2 outrightly.
So you've lost them now?
So we have lost them now. Out of the 8 National Assembly members, we won 5. So now we have lost all of them now. So now the hearing for the House of Assembly members is coming up this Saturday, 16 of them, before the judgment.
You're crying foul, Honorable, but those on the other side, we imagine that justice has been served.
Justice has been served on what ground?
I mean, on what ground? In their own right.
It has clearly states that
the Labour Party candidate who defeated you in the court.
Who court gave election, not defeated me.
I mean, he defeated you in the court.
No, you cannot clearly. If you say defeated me, which means now we have 2 forms of election in Nigeria: the ones that will be conducted by INEC and the ones that will be conducted by the court. If he defeated me, no, the court gave him that.
So if you are not, exactly, so that is not election. Just remember.
Yeah, so that kind of election is what the court gave him.
Not a disputed election is being clarified by the courts.
Yeah, well, so
in that sense,
an election that the court felt that this is what this is the person they can clarify.
He defeated you in the courtroom twice.
No, well, I did not. I would not accept that, because I know that
in the courtroom.
I wasn't defeated in the courtroom. I was court-martialed in the courtroom because my issues are there. I follow the law. No, the laws are there. If the court had clearly followed the rules as it is, it is a pre-election matter. But the court now said that it's pre-election and post-election matter. And again, it wasn't a PDP. It can only be a post-election. It can still be a post-election matter if the party says that this is not our candidate. Is there in the law. If the party says that this is not our candidate, that is where it's now become a post-election matter. And having a pre-election matter now being judged as an election. And let me tell you, the interesting part of all this, the Supreme Court has ruled that it's only INEC that can determine any dispute in any party matter. That was ruled this 2023 by Supreme Court. And INEC again appealed the judgment of the tribunal, the tribunal. And when INEC came in and said, look, this party has conducted Congress, because INEC is the only person that will finally say they were part of the Congress. INEC said that this party conducted its Congress, but the court says, I was in the court when one of the judges clearly said that, well, INEC, the person that signed that PDP conducted Congress is not the person that signed for the CTC. So that is very good. I was in the courtroom when one of those judgments that it says that INEC, the person that signed witnessing the Congress is not the person that signed the CTC. So it's very confusing. And again, on my own judgment yesterday, they still fine INEC 1 million for appealing the judgment. So when INEC is the final say on any dispute that have to do with a political party, I don't know where now court will disagree with INEC.
So you disagree with the judgment of the court?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
it's just unfortunate.
But you cannot do anything.
Yes, it's just unfortunate that my people's voice can no longer be contested further. And these are issues that we will further push with the National Assembly that, look, the National Assembly cases should be pushed to Supreme Court, not just for the governorship. Because now it has shown clearly that if you have any more power or whatsoever, what you want to do to stop at a certain level, let's get to the Supreme Court.
Are you suggesting that something was wrong other than what the law, I mean, in terms of what the judgment, the judges declared or ruled on, that something
in human face,
you do not agree with them.
Yeah, in human face,
you do not think that they did justice to the case.
Exactly, in human face, Shewon, I can tell you something.
Are you suggesting that something else?
Absolutely. Let me tell you why.
Just because you did not win.
Not just because I did not win, but why is Plateau issue peculiar? Because this same pre-election matters was cleared by other justices in Lagos and even in the Abuja, the same courtroom. So that of Borno.
You are suspecting that in all of the 7 cases where your party had lost, that the judges were compromised. Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, I would say they were, because they did not look at the issues very well.
All of them?
In all of them.
Why all the judges hated your party?
Because why will the same judges do the same thing? And why is it that it's Plateau that only 3 people have judged all their cases? Other states, I can tell you that some of my colleagues, their cases, there are some that have 2 to 3 appeals. That 2 different panels are handling their cases. But here you have, like me, I have like 4, like I have 2 cases. One from APC, one from Labour, 1 panel. The other, all of us from Plateau under 1 panel. But you can have other states that you can have, this person is in this panel, this person is in this panel. They were staggered in different panels. But on Plateau State, only 1 panel, only all the cases. And God forbid, that is the same panel that will handle our houses of assembly and the governorship election that is coming. That will not be acceptable. Our people have spoken, and we are going to take this very seriously. And this is another. This is a very serious issue that the president and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces should look into, because he is. Number one, we want to ensure that Plateau State is peaceful. We have been enjoying the peace that we have in the state at the moment. But what has happened today, and with the protest that has happened, we have to calm our people. Look, we are going to do something about this. I can tell you how we make calls, frantic calls, to calm the people. We have made, all of us have made press statement that they should calm down. We are looking into this issue. But people are now losing hope in the system, because I wonder what conscience someone will have to celebrate victory that he did not deserve.
So the question is, you lost in the court and you are aggrieved. And
people are aggrieved. It's about the people.
You are alerting.
It's about the people. My people are aggrieved.
You are suggesting and suspecting that there are untoward tendencies about this
because humanly speaking,
those who have described you and your colleagues as bad losers.
Yeah, well, how can we be bad losers? Did we lose at the elections? So the first point of any person to get into any elective position is the general elections. All of us overwhelmingly won. Cancel 50% of our wards or polling units. We will still win. Our opponents will not even come near to our votes. That is where you will say that we have lost.
In your own eyes, Honorable, you imagine that anyone who wins out of court is illegitimate.
Absolutely, because if the issues illegitimate, if the issues are not intangent with the law.
But you have won out of court before.
Yes, I've never even been taken to the court, because the first time, my previous elections, when the person went to the court and he saw the law, he withdrew himself. This is the first time I'm even experiencing this.
So could that be the reason why you are in shock?
No, absolutely no, because some of my colleagues have been in court and they have struggled it out and they won their cases genuinely, squarely, according to the law, because the court is the last hope of the common man.
So let me ask you,
so that is not because of ours, that because why we are now speaking about this, Seun, is that there is a high level of injustice to our people. I can tell you that if I had lost squarely and according to the law, I wouldn't say anything. I will congratulate my opponents.
So you are claiming that there is injustice.
Absolutely, there is injustice. If there is no injustice, you will see this kind of crowd that you have seen on the street. Because the crowd, there is a difference between a hired crowd and there's a difference between a crowd of conscience. The people you have seen on this street, it is not a kind of crowd that any politician will go and say that he's paying for those kind of crowd. And this crowd that you are seeing at different locations across the state. We have to calm our people down.
Now, let me ask you, your party at the national level had raised an alarm about the appeal court panel for the governorship election.
Yeah.
Is that the same fear that you have, that your governor is having?
That's a fear that every PDP member is having, because now we are now being looked upon like orphans that nobody can speak for. And again, if we have a president that have sworn an oath to protect each life and property of Nigerian, we have the right for the president to come to our rescue at this particular moment, because prevention is better than cure at any particular moment. So we have a right as a party, because before I became who I am first of all a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria before joining the PDP. So before joining the PDP, the president is responsible for my upbringing. The president is responsible for my security. The president is responsible to ensure that the states under the 36, within the 36 states, is secure. So this is a call that the president should, at this particular moment, look into the issue of Plateau State before a form of anarchy will come. Because now that the National Assembly members are gone, they are going for the State House of Assembly members, 16 of them. So, because if it is an issue of illegality, INEC will not be part of this illegality. So, part elections, INEC stop election in Zamfara, INEC stop election in other places before even reaching to the polling board, because they know that there is a form of illegality against the Electoral Act.
Let's anchor on this. What is your biggest fear? I mean, in the undecided one, especially the governorship election.
My biggest fear is a form of anarchy.
How?
How? Because today,
might lose his case at the Court of Appeal. Well, is that what you suspect?
If they are going this same line, with the same appeal, that is not what we're going to. We will not get fair hearing. Even when the first senator was removed, I wrote a petition to the president of the court appeal that, look, I no longer have confidence in this panel. Can you kindly change the panel so that I will have fair hearing? I have not gotten reply. I have not gotten any response from the Court of Appeal, reason why my letter was not even replied upon. So this is democracy, and democracy is about is about fairness.
Let me ask you, you remember in 2019 in Zamfara State that all elected members of the APC were removed, and your party were the beneficiary?
Yes, because at the end of the day, that came, INEC have to testify that, look, we don't know these people. But in our own case, it's not even about our own election. Our case is not even about general elections, Shehu. Our case is about that PDP at the state level did not conduct Congress, that there was a court case. That is our own. So we should not be able to take a different issue of Zamfara, that their case was about general election.
I mean, because
our case
you're talking about a few issues here, and also you remember, and I'm talking about where your party has benefited as being a beneficiary of court judgment.
Any other party could benefit as if he's the second runner-up.
You remember in Bayelsa State in 2019, where Mr. David Lyon, won the election, and because of the name of Degi Eremiayon, who is his deputy, the man simply was removed, and he could have been governor. And your party benefited from it. Then those who be on the other side will say, look, there are times that they have also cried foul, but that was the position of the court.
That's not what justice is all about. Justice is not about. No, that's not what justice is. Justice is not. Justice is not about because it has favored you before, so now it's time to favor me even against my will. No, justice is all about doing the right thing at the right time and about fairness. If today, and I told you earlier that if we had gone against the law, we would not cry foul. If you clear all the references that you have made, the deputy governor then of David Leon did not deny the fact that there was a problem. The APC candidates then, so all these are issues. But again,
weren't there issues
it was
in your
about,
party?
No, it was about the
Plateau. Were there issues in your party before the
There were issues in our party which the court annulled, and again we went and did repeated congresses, and at the end of the day, the body that could and will say that this court order was adhered to was INEC. INEC witnessed our repeated congresses, and at the end of the day, they testify in court. That's why they even appealed in court. INEC testified that, look, this same party in the state did this repeat Congress. And apart from that, these issues are pre-election matters. So these are two areas that I want you to look at.
Show. In 30 seconds, Honorable, if you can tell me, ahead of this election, your experience in all of this, what do you think that we can make out of all of this process, our electoral process? And you were part of the drafting the amendment to the electoral law. What do you think is a major lesson for Nigerians to take away from all of this?
The laws that we need, Sheun, as of today, to make Nigeria a great nation is there. It has been made by the National Assembly time immemorial. It has been amended at different moments. What Nigeria needs now is leadership to build on confidence building. The hope and the renewed hope that the present administration has promised Nigerians is what will drive what will drive that yearning of leadership that Nigerians are looking for. Right. Apart from that, I don't see any, because the renewed hope, what Nigerians are now looking for, it's their hope to be renewed, to still believe in the country called Nigeria, because we still believe in this country. Nigeria must work. We don't have any choice. But our leaders must renew our hope.
Honorable Dachung Bagos, a former member, so fast that between yesterday a lot of things have changed. Former member of the House of Representatives, PDP in Plateau, say thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I wish you the very best in the future.